Can't be pissed cause you know that. We in the streets and I know what it's that. Left myself when I was under grass. Left my side when I was under stress. So I know you ain't Jesus. You gon' lie, roll up with the bitch. Run up say Rick when I know he crib. My crew can't come with a bitch. Take that shit, then come with a key. We told them that let shit sleep. You the one that had a gun. You wanna know I had a gun on the hill. I got my first. Shoot that's where I'm from when I grew up. Cut it ain't ignored. Something to get too bad myself. Couldn't recover. And I couldn't make it to your feelings. In my record. Hanging on the roof with my 2 fingers. Fuck the look. I'm falling hard and boy, I'm feeling like Coach Carr. They say the life that I'm living, I might not see them all. I had to go out and get it, cause I ain't got no fun. I know I gotta stay committed, that gon' take me far. Y'all know this lead when I'm sipping my pill, look at this bar. Upgraded from a revolver, hold a spill in my chalk. I'm trying to face all my problems, I need to see a doctor. I'm trying to face all my problems, I need to see a doctor.
Hey, we can put little mama, I can lip lock. Spend 100 on some new socks. Could've bought a crib, but a drop top. Can't love a bitch, no doubt. Never bring a freak to your spot. But you ain't the bottom of my flip. Look on you, no relaxing. Got a bag in the cash in. Need it if I drippin' on my splashing. Party can catch me when I'm passing. How you gonna check it when broke again? Get you with that cloud and I ain't kissing them. Since I first got them hundreds, I've been flipping off white with the Gucci. I might mismatch. When I fuck her, you can get your bitch back. What the hell she was thinking I can kiss that? Why she asked me where the hell I got my wrist at? Why the hell 100,000 in my backpack? Why these bitches think that we could come in contact? This is my drink, this ain't cognac. You can get a milli while you sign that. She wanna fuck, I decline that. Look at my bitch, she is a dime bag. Look at my pinky, it's the water slide. Rich forever, come and see the money side. We can fuck little mama, I can lip lock. She spend 100 on some new socks. Could've bought a crib, but a drop top. Can't love a bitch, no doubt. Never bring a freak to your spot. But you ain't the bottom of my flip. Look on you, no relaxing. Got a bag in the cash in. Need it if I drippin' on my splashing. Party can catch me when I'm passing. How you gonna check it when broke again? Get you with that cloud and I ain't kissing them. Since I first got them hundreds, I've been flipping them. I flip the money, got my check up. I'm facing up, but I'm no wrestler. Blue cheese pockets got that extras. I stack the money up like Tetris. How I got 250 from my neck up. How I made it from the hood to a big truck. Bitches, what the fuck I got done lined up? How you with the game but you ain't signed up? Block my dick till they kiss that. She just want a nigga with a big sit. Block the chopper, we can come back. Touch down on the floor like a lineback. We can fuck little mama, I can lip lock. Spend 100 on some new socks. Could've bought a crib, but a drop top. Can't love a bitch, no doubt. Never bring a freak to your spot. But you ain't the bottom of my flip. Look on you, no relaxing. Got a bag in the cash in. Need it if I drippin' on my splashing. Party can catch me when I'm passing. How you gonna check it when broke again? Get you with that cloud and I ain't kissing them. Since I first got them hundreds, I've been flipping them.
Only meal getting sent to the address is mine. Bet. Only thing sent to the address is mine. Bet.
Chicago. Polo with the check. I just put some crazy around my neck. Go crazy with your ex. I just might go crazy with Polo with the check. I just put some crazy around my neck. Polo with my wrist. Polo man, I keep on Polo gang, diamond in the chains on huge. A marijuana boy will take your trees like screws. Bitch bad in yellow, but my honey's blue. I just went my wrist on Tom Cruise. Insane, my stash, man, it's crazy in the range. He must be bipolar, cause he can't stay in his lane. I'm talking to my shrink, and I'm Drake. She asked me what, bitch, I need something to drink. Ice cream, man, I'm pull up in a tank. I feel like Mama Mia, cause I'm whipping in the same. The colonel, the honcho, the leader of the gang. Bipolar, the Draco with the shine. Bipolar with the check. I just put some crazy around my neck.